In the big city of Lagos, there existed a community called Makoko. That day the sun was down in Makoko. Lights made the water shine like gold. People were busy, children played, and boats moved slowly. Tunde, a 17 years boy, was digging near an old church. He was one of those children who had mystery following their birth. Some said he was a chosen one, while others believed he was from a chosen lineage. He was part of a small group trying to learn about the past. He wasn't doing it for school or fame. He felt something deep inside. The place he was digging used to be a shrine, but it had fallen apart long ago. Tunde's grandmother, Mama Eno, had told him stories about it. She said the land remembers things even when people forget. Suddenly, Tunde's small shovel hit something hard. He stopped. He brushed away the dirt and saw a black stone pendant. It was smooth and shiny, with strange marks on it. The pendant felt warm and almost alive. That night, Tunde couldn't sleep well. When he finally slept, he heard voices. At first, they were soft like wind blowing through trees. Then they became clearer. "Tunde, the view is broken. The balance must be restored," the voice said. He woke up quickly, sweating. The pendant was still on his desk, glowing faintly. Outside the city was quiet, but something deep had started to wake up. The next morning, Tunde walked through the busy streets of Makoko with the pendant hidden in his pocket. The voices from last night still echoed in his mind. He didn't know what they meant, but he knew they were real. He met Amaka at the small cafe. She was already waiting, sipping zobo and reading a book about ancient Yoruba symbols. "You look like you saw a ghost," she said, raising an eyebrow. "I think I did," Tunde replied. He told her everything, the dig, the pendant, the voices. Amaka didn't laugh. She leaned in closer. "Show me," she said. Tunde took out the pendant. It was still warm. Amaka touched it and pulled her hand back quickly. "It's alive," she whispered. They decided to visit Baba Sheyi, an old man who lived near the edge of the lagoon. People gossiped he was once a priest, but now he mostly sat outside his hut, carving wooden marks and talking to birds. When Tunde showed him the pendant, Baba Sheyi's eyes widened. "You should not have found this," he said quietly. "It's a whisper stone. It connects the living to the voices of the past." Tunde and Maka listened carefully as Baba Sheyi explained. Long ago, the whisper stones were used by guardians to protect the balance between the spirit world and the human world. But one stone was lost and the connection faded. Now that it is awake, the past will speak again, but not all voices are kind. Suddenly, the pendant glowed brighter. Tunde heard a new whisper. "Find the river's memory before it's too late," the whisper said. Amaka looked at him. "We need to find that river," she said. Outside, the wind picked up, and the water in the lagoon rippled like it was listening. The next day, Makoko was lively. Okadas zipped past shouting traders. The air smelled of roasted plantain, diesel fumes, and fresh pepper. Tunde and Amaka walked through Balogun Market, dodging crowds, with the pendant wrapped tightly in a piece of Ankara cloth inside Tunde's bag. They weren't here to shop. They're looking for Mama Titi, the market prophetess. People said she could see things others couldn't, that she once spoke to a river spirit during a thunderstorm. She sat on a low stool surrounded by cowries, kola nuts and bottles filled with strange liquids. "You brought it," she said, before they even spoke. Tunde froze. "How did you?" Mama Titi interrupted. She smiled, her eyes cloudy but sharp. "This stone has been whispering. Even the ground beneath my feet is restless." She took the pendant and placed it on a wooden tray. It began to glow softly. "The veil of the two walls is thin," Mama Titi explained. She brought out 3 cowries and put in a calabash, then told Tunde and Amaka to watch. He portrayed a young boy of about 17 years who was warning the community about their greed and corrupt nature. After some days, the young boy was killed by greedy elders. And so in order to silence the secret, they destroyed the river of memory. Because the river of memory had a way of speaking for justice through listeners. History had it that the river was formed from the tears of Agbeni, a river goddess whose entire family were wiped out during slavery. What does the young man have to do with me? Why am I chosen as a listener? Tunde queried. The listener's name is Adedeji. He is your grandmother's nephew. He is from your lineage. The voices you hear are the voices he was to deliver to the community. Until his desires has been completed, evils will keep on befalling us, Mama Titi explained. But to fulfill his will, you must undergo these 2 steps. Go to Igbobi cemetery. Under a small tree he was buried. Dig out the parcel placed there, then go to Igbobi waterfalls and give both the parcel and the whisper stone to Agbeni. Then you would call to the community and tell them about Adedeji, she concluded. The next day, they went to Igbobi cemetery. It was lonely, and all they could hear were sounds of birds. They saw an old man there. He was clearing the bush that surrounded there. What are you two looking for? He asked. We are searching for the hidden grave with faint inscription, Tunde answered. It is under that tree, the man said. Before they could reach the tree, the old man disappeared. He must be sent by Agbeni, the river goddess, Tunde said. They uprooted the tree and saw a casket with a faint inscription of Adedeji written there. They then headed to Igbobi waterfalls. When they met Agbeni, they handed over the parcel and the whisper stone to her, and the river of memory was restored. The next day, Tunde went round Makoko and told them about Adedeji. Some cried, others sobbed, but they were all in a bad mood. The community created a sculpture for Adedeji in honor of his great deed. Tunde was not only a student, but also a listener. One day, he heard a voice. "You're a vessel," the voice said. The voice was not a whisper from the past, but a voice from the future.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it